What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you got a like button, please hit that like button. The more likes, the more hooligans we got in the chat. Let's see. We're going to read through the schedule really quick. Then we're going to flip through all the chats, make sure everything is running smoothly, and then we will go ahead and get her started. There is no KJP today, which is just as fine because I ain't got time for her nonsense anyways. We have a ton of news that we're going to race through today. We're going to be starting off with a video titled How I Red Pilled My Deep Blue City. It's a Newsmax video. This guy is talking about how he took strategies from Blue Team to implement them in his blue city so Red Team could have a victory. And I have a few opinions about that, but there's a little plethora of information there. I thought it'd be a good video to warm up to. Then we have a video titled Feed Pulled on Old Man Walter After Wandering Away. Just another day of Old Man Walter being lost, I suppose. Then we have a video titled This is a Special Level of Delusion, talking about Hillary Clinton. She was on the 5 with the cackling hyenas, and she had some interesting words for President Trump. They just kind of scope it out in that video, but then I went and found what she actually said. So after that video, then we have Hillary Clinton compares Trump to Hitler. That's like, not even a whole minute long, but we're going to play those back to back. Then we have a video, this is follow-up, of course. This is titled Ivanka Trump Question About Father's Financial Statements in Civil Fraud Trial. Well, we've been continuously covering this and stuff, and from what I understand, Ivanka followed suit. Didn't know a whole lot about none of that. Although the judge has already said it's fraudulent. Everything's fraudulent. He's already ruled that it's all bad all day, always will be, forever and ever. Trump's a bad guy. It's already been decided. But either way, Ivanka did what I figured she would do. Then we have a video titled Accused Shooter of Belmont Student Among Criminals Not Being Prosecuted in Nashville. Oh, that's really weird. They're really pissed off about the manifesto being leaked. Now they're not even prosecuting people who are shooting students or whatever they're doing. I don't know, it's not good. They must like that stuff down in Nashville. I feel bad. I feel bad for Nashville because it's being ran by criminals. Then we have a video titled 4 election offices in Washington are evacuated due to suspicious envelopes, 2 containing fentanyl. Okay, gas leaks all over again. And they had that too. They had that a couple days. There were some mysterious gas leaks. Gonna have to call everyone out of the office. I mean, it worked in 2020. Why would they change their strategy now, right? Like, what do they say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, they found a way to rig everything and nobody stopped them, so expect the same thing to happen again, right? Then we have a goofy video titled 100 bird species will lose their names because they hurt feelings. Oh, they hurt their feelings. You can't go out there and do some bird watching because you might be offended by their bird names. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. We're not even going to watch the whole video. We're going to watch a little less than 3 minutes of it. It's like a 7-minute video. We're not going to go through the whole thing. And then we're going to touch on what happened last night. We have a video titled Ramaswamy won the GOP debate last night. That's just my opinion, but he was roasting everyone. We got a 37-second video. We're going to play of him just calling out Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, which is humorous. I still think Ramaswamy is a plant. I think he was put there to say the right things. Just kind of came out of nowhere, and he just knows all the right things to say, and that's suspicious to me. But he did roast them yesterday, and I mean, if you were bored enough to watch the debate last night, at least there was that stuff going on, which is pretty humorous. And then we're going to wrap things up with a video of Roseanne from last night's Trump rally that we actually covered. We didn't deal with the debate. Who cares about second place? But this one's titled, Aren't We All Tired of the Deep State Bullshit? She went out on stage and she was having herself a time yesterday. They all were. All the speakers that went up before Trump sound drunk as shit, but they were all having a really good time, and I thought that was awesome. Enjoying that kind of energy. So I thought that's how we would wrap up today's live. We're going to be racing and running because we got so much news today. We're going to be starting off with a FedEx rant because I can't stand FedEx. They suck ass. But before that, we're going to flip through the chats, make sure everything's running. Hair Juicer, the site said I wasn't paid up. I got a notification about you not the same thing like you're saying. I'm not sure what that's about, because obviously you're here. So I'm not sure, Hair Juicer. I mean, if we need to look into it, we can. I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure why that happened. I did update the email service. I don't think it looks different on your end, but on my end it is, because I had a trial of something or other and I fixed it. So maybe you're getting like duplicate emails. Maybe you're getting some emails that were supposed to be sent out when I was changing behind the scenes stuff, and so maybe you're getting hit with old emails that should have went out and maybe they never did because I had this trial service stuff going on. Now it's a full-blown deal, but if you do experience more problems, definitely reach out to me, let me know, and we'll get you straightened out. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom. The old man Walter's brain's always buffering. He is wait till you guys see this video, because like he just wanders off. They're talking about tethering him, like, you know, those, you see, I only seen white people do this, but you know, they make like those monkey backpacks and it's got like the tail on it, and you strap it onto your child and then you just hold onto the leash like you get yourself a little German Shepherd or maybe a little Cocker Spaniel. Nope, that's Billy at the end of the leash. They're talking about doing that to old man Walter. Of course, it's just jokingly, but I think they kind of should. They should just, like, I don't know, tie a little rope to the back of his belt or something. Every time he wanders off, they're just like, get over here. Just brings him back. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What's up, everyone, over on Rumble? Hopefully Rumble runs smooth, because I've already had 2 different problems with Rumble today, and I don't know if that's because they're doing updates or what it is, but hopefully it's going to run smooth now, because I had an issue setting up the live, and then I had another issue when we kicked off the live. Hopefully it stays running, though. What's up, Speedy Girl? What's up, Undercrofter? What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Ruby? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Disco? What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, DCat? What's up, TJ? What's up, Tam Tam? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Barb? Let's see, Barb. I was watching Trump. He's the only one that counts. Yeah, I was doing that all over Twitter yesterday. Everybody's like, so what are you thinking about the GOP debate? We ain't watching that. We're covering Trump. That's what's happening. And a lot of people were liking those comments and stuff. So I had the feeling everybody was on the same mindset. It's Trump all day. Let's see. What's up, old BR? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Cecil? Happy freedom. Let's see. Are we running, walking, or falling off our bike over on Odyssey? I can't ever tell. Odyssey's been running pretty good lately. We just don't have anybody over here watching. I think they're just used to it being down at this point. Not sure. Odyssey needs to do more promotion. A lot of people don't even know what Odyssey is. And I can't talk about Odyssey here in West Michigan because there's a full nude strip club about 40 minutes from here called The Odyssey. And so I can't tell people locally to follow me on Odyssey because they're like, yo, son, you been showing them toes at the club or what? Nah, son, I'm not shaking the cakes at the club. Not yet. If I get, you know, money gets a little tight around here, maybe I'll go show some leg at the Odyssey down in Muskegon, but we'll see. Probably not. Probably not. What's up, everyone, over on D Live? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I wonder when they're going to do our creator spotlight. I wonder if they're even going to tag us. I've been kind of stalking their pages and stuff just to see if when they're going to put it out. They're supposed to put out a creator spotlight. I'm kind of excited about it. What's up, everyone, over on Kick? What's up, Garlic Press? What's up, Tom Tom? Happy freedom. Let's see, Garlic Press, they need to hand out pies to the GOP debaters so at least we can watch them throw food at each other. Yeah, they were going ham. And then I think, I'm trying to think of her name. Oh, what was her name? After the debate, she was like tearing into Ramaswamy, and I don't know what it was, but something about him being an asshole, and they don't like that. That tells me up front that they ain't gonna like me running for president, because if they don't like assholes, they ain't even seen an asshole get on stage yet. I'm saying. Anyways, what's up, DeRosa? Happy freedom. Flipping that chapstick at the club. I'm saying, if the money gets tight around here, I'll be down at the Odyssey. They probably won't let me do it, you know. I don't think I have the proper equipment for it. I'm not sure. What's up, everyone, over on Twitch? Happy freedom. What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? What's up, Two Ruby Shoes? Thank you so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. I appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you for all the support. Let's see. Flipping through. Make sure I get everybody. What's up, Grey Wolf? If I didn't get you, happy freedom. And what's up, everyone, over on GoofTube? Let me get you this Rumble link. Throw you this life raft. I love that it sounds like I'm just slamming on the keyboard, like I'm not actually typing. I have like sloppy typewriting sounds. That's what she said. Anyways, pin this. Here we go. Good to go. Sly Dog, you were first today over on GoofTube. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Rance? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? What's up, Garrett? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Gregory? What's up, B? What's up, Rhyme Time? What's up, Susan? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Lefty Lucy? It's been a minute. Let's see. Oh, somebody said that Michigan is taking Trump off the ballot, and I haven't seen it yet. I got tagged in something on Gilded. I haven't read it yet. Maybe I'll read through it when I get a second. I don't know all the facts about that, but somebody had tagged me and said that. What's up, Carolyn? Happy freedom. What's up, 24/7? What's up, Sandra? What's up, Eric? What's up, Salty Ragu? What's up, Malvita? What's up, Yukon Man? What's up, Amy? Happy freedom. What's up, Donald? Make sure I get everybody. What's up, Lone Wolf? What is your name? What's up, Antimatter? Just switch to Rumble. You're awesome. You kick ass, Antimatter. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Steve? Appreciate all of you hooligans being here. Lone Wolf, Michigan House passed a bunch more gun laws at midnight last night. Nah, see, Michigan did something stupid last night, and I didn't cover it. I was drinking twisted teas, and I was all trumped up. I was having a blast, dancing with the cat and stuff. We were celebrating. It's always good to have a Trump rally, but man, they snuck in some laws in Michigan. I didn't see it happening. Didn't see it. The hair juicer. That was Lexus. Next up, we have Jeff Mack. Yeah, right. That's the only time they're gonna introduce me, because after that, they're gonna be like, that guy was a fucking asshole. Well, better get used to it. I ain't going anywhere unless they Clinton me. And if I disappear, then you know it's factual. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. What is your name? What's up, Woodland Honor? Appreciate you joining us over on the website. You're awesome. Heck yeah. All right, hooligans. So we're going to start off with this damn rant. I told you guys I broke my phone. I didn't break my phone. Hold on. I'm taking too much credit for that. I didn't break my phone. Life broke my phone. I've had this phone for like 6 years, and the volume button on it is broken. And so my phone is not only preventing me from watching videos, but it puts itself in security mode and all this other crap, and it's very problematic because I do everything except for run the live on my phone. I do all the research on my phone. I do screenshots. I do the graphics. I mean, I do everything on my phone that is required for me to do my work. And now the phone's all messed up, and it's been a struggle dealing with it because of all the car problems I've been having. I mean, I can't find enough problems to just drain me of every dime I have. So, thanks to Mr. Frizzy Fro, he hooked me up with some cash to be able to buy a replacement for my phone. And, of course, they sent it out through fucking FedEx. I hate FedEx. I hate FedEx. I hope they go out of business. I'd rather walk to go get my mail than to have them deliver anything. The last time FedEx came here, they threw my $600 package onto the second floor. Like, they walked in the building, was just like, and just did that. And I caught the box and was like, yo. And I was like, do I go back in the house and grab the pistol, or do I just go out in the front yard and beat this guy's ass? By the time I got out the front door, falling down the stairs with style, got out the front door, this bastard was already in his truck pulling off in the parking lot because he didn't want to catch these hands. He wanted to catch these hands like it was the plague. I was like, sorry, son, there's no jab to fix you from these hands, okay? You ain't getting vaccinated enough. Either way, I can't stand those bastards because all they do is stick sticky notes on my door instead of delivering the damn package. Like, you press the button, I'll come running. I never leave the house. Like, come on, man. So my phone was supposed to be here today sometime between 8 in the morning and noon. Since 8 o'clock this morning, I've been sitting out by that front door staring through the glass like a dog waiting for dad to come home. Nobody shows up. I'm sitting here refreshing my tracking number, and eventually it says they tried to deliver the package at 10. I didn't get the notification till 12:30. So, which is why we were late today, because I had to cuss out the people at customer service at FedEx. So I'm sitting here, nobody showed up. All of a sudden, tracking says that they tried to deliver the package, but they weren't able to. So then I call customer service, and I'm trying not to yell at this lady because she's Chinese. or something. She's not from here. I doubt she's even in the country. So it's not her fault that this guy that looks like Hunter Biden and he's smoking crack on his FedEx routes would rather sit and toast a bowl of some ice than to actually deliver my fucking phone. And so I call her, and I'm trying to be nice about it as much as I can, but you know me, I'm a passionate speaker. And so I'm trying to tell her that they need to drug test their drivers, and I don't know if they need to pay them more or they need to give them some actual training or what. But they suck, and I try really hard not to deliver these hands to them as much as they try not to deliver my fucking packages. She's trying to reassure me that they are all doing their professional best and blase, and I'm like, listen, I'm sitting here looking through the glass waiting for this guy to show up. This is like the 20th time that this is happening. She's trying to explain to me, oh yeah, well he tried to deliver at 8:30. Well then why the fuck does your website say he tried to deliver it at 10:30 and I've been sitting here since 8 o'clock? She's like, well, it must have been between 8 and 10 he was trying to deliver it. Okay, well, I'm standing right here. So where did that take place? Well, they don't have an answer. Of course they don't. So then they wanted me to take a survey, and that was really great. And I hope they got that, because it was all recorded and everything. Guy looks just like Hunter Biden. Can't bring him my damn packages. She's like, well, he'll be bringing it to you tomorrow. Well, good. I'll be waiting for him in the front yard. I'll be sitting there in a lawn chair waiting for his bitch ass. I'm like, geez, I hate FedEx. I hate them. I hope UPS puts them out of business. I told them that on the survey. They suck ass. If you work for FedEx, get a new job or come be my driver here in West Michigan, because the driver they got here is a bastard. He's a bastard. I don't know. I hope he catches the plague. Piece of shit. So anyways, can't stand FedEx, and I just wanted you guys to know that. Can't stand them. What's up, Nefties? Happy freedom. So we're moving on to this first video here now that I got that off my chest. First one's titled, How I Red-Pilled My Deep Blue City. This is a Newsmax video, and I think it's interesting because I've been hearing a lot of the politicians kind of talk this way. But this reporter, he's going to explain that he walked the walk. He didn't just talk about what we're going to do to kind of fix the fairness when it comes to us casting our votes. He decided to go out there and walk the walk, and he's going to explain that. We're going to talk about it afterwards. But first, I want to remind you guys that we released these new shirts yesterday, 2A all day until I die. It's a bold statement, letting people know you're not forfeiting your guns no matter what. We got this new design, t-shirts for men and women, tank tops for men and women, zipper hoodies, pullover hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, all that stuff is available in this brand new design. And of course, this is just a little bit too bold for you. You can always go with the Screaming Goat. Can't go wrong with Screaming Goat. Okay, that's a fan favorite and everybody loves it, so you can go ahead and check that out. Again, it comes in all the flavors and sizes and colors and all that stuff. I will drop the link to you guys in the chat as we watch this first video.
I'm sure many people might have missed this among the Republican losses across the country last night, but in my hometown of Greenwich, Connecticut, we won every Republican office on the ballot yesterday that we could. Why? Well, for starters, we showed up. The voter turnout exceeded 50% in an off-year election. Folks, that's a 10-point jump from the 40% turnout in the 2022 election that was a midterm. Folks, look, I don't just come on here and tell you what I think you should do. I walk the walk, too. I put the stickers on my car, the signs on public property, I knock on doors, I make phone calls, because I would never ask anything of you that I wouldn't do myself. Like I said, show up. I said it last night. Republicans in Greenwich did. And how did we do it? Every Republican on the voter rolls in Greenwich got at least one phone call within the week leading up to the election, not to mention all the text messages we sent them too. A lot of work, but that's what Democrats have been doing. So we grabbed a page from their playbook. Second, Republicans beat Democrats at mail-in and early ballots. That's never happened in my lifetime in Greenwich. But we did it because it's another page from the Democratic playbook. Third, Republicans found their spine, and I am so thankful for this. Every negative ad, every op-ed, every campaign hit piece, nothing went unanswered in Greenwich, Connecticut. Republicans, some of them, the rhino ones, whined, you're getting in the mud with the Democrats. Hey, we won, didn't we? It worked. Maybe the rhinos should stop lecturing everybody and start listening to those that are actually winning. Ronna McDaniel? We went on the offense. We looked into everything. Every candidate's life was on display. Every two-faced statement, every DUI, parking ticket, campaign promise, and policy vote dating back to before the hurdler stretch was modified. Republicans in Greenwich left no stone unturned. Another page out of the Democratic playbook, and it worked. Our leadership knocked it out of the park. Why am I talking about a local election? Right, it's a local town election out of 169 towns in like one of the smallest states in America. Because this is the playbook for victory in 2024. It worked really, really well. Republicans need to execute this on a national scale. Democrats saw this coming too, and they tried to make their campaigns about social issues and their feelings. Our Republican leadership in town stuffed that policy right back in their face. We effectively neutralized the issue of abortion by pounding the message home that no one is coming for your abortion rights in Deep Blue, Connecticut. And if that's your primary concern with $4 a gallon gas, then you're detached from the priorities of most of the town. And it worked. We made every single Republican issue a kitchen table issue. And we didn't run away from Trump. In Deep Blue, Connecticut. Our Republican first selectman, what we call the mayor, Fred Camillo, he won by 20 points in Deep Blue, Connecticut, in a town where Republicans only make up 28% of registered voters. You tell me we did something wrong. We didn't. We won every single Republican seat that we were possibly balloted for that night. You know who didn't run the same playbook? Any of the nearly dozen other towns that had significant Democratic gains. This is proof that if we play by the rules that the Democrats are playing by, we win. Our policies are better. So if we neutralize the Democrats on strategy, we win. You put that in your pipe and smoke it, Democrats, because that's what's coming next year.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Democrats. He should have just said Hunter Biden. Should have just put it all the way out there. Anyways, that's a dangerous game they're playing. And I could see both sides of it. I think everybody's kind of experienced this growing up. They're trying to play the character. You analyze somebody that's always winning. You're like, man, I want to be like that. You start doing what they're doing, but then you start feeling the consequences of those choices. And it hits you harder because naturally you wouldn't be making choices like that. But now you got to play the game to win. And so when you start taking on the heat, the blowback of these choices that you're making for the purpose of winning versus your natural instincts, those consequences feel a lot more harsh. Because you know deep down, if you would have just followed your natural instinct, you wouldn't be facing these kind of consequences. Now, how does that apply to this? Well, we've seen how Blue Team gets down. They want to cheat, steal, lie, be corrupt, be crooked as they can. It's just the way they get down. And so that's not necessarily what Red Team's trying to do, but Red Team is saying, hey, they want to have early voting, go play. They want to do mail-in, go play. They want to do this, that, and like we're going to do what they do. We're going to win the way they win. That's not how they're saying it, but that's what they're saying. Not cheating. Don't go cheat. Don't go do bad stuff. But every little time you can cry because they cry, you should. Because that's how we're going to win. That's kind of how they're playing the game. But the thing is Blue Team knows what they're doing. They know when they do these antics to try and win that there's actually a way to stop them. And that's enforcing the law and holding people accountable. Now, instead of actually doing that, we're going to stoop down to their level and we're going to play the way they play. And this guy's saying, well, it worked. It worked. Okay, but what if they're leading us down the hole? We talk about this with violence and criminal activity all the time. A lot of blue cities and stuff, they have a lot of crime. Criminals don't get prosecuted. So a lot of Good Samaritans say, what's the point? What's the point of me being a good person if the bad people get away with what they're doing? Maybe I should be a bad person too, because then I won't be held accountable and I could get free shit. But we've discussed this many times. What happens? Well, society will fall. We're the only ones keeping society up. The criminals absolutely aren't doing it. And if we all behave like criminals because it's the easy thing to do right now, well, then we're just asking the government to come control us. We're out of control. Even the conservatives aren't in control anymore. And we're supposed to be the ones that believe in structure. We've become criminals because it's easier. So then the government's like, Got you right where I want you. How do we not know that's how this is rolling? Blue team cheats and steals and lies and does all this goofy crybaby stuff. Please give me special treatment because of my feelings. Red team's saying, well, we need to play the same game. That's how we're going to win. Blue team's like, well, yeah, go ahead. Act like us. And maybe you'll win a couple. But then you'll be no better than we are. See, they know that we could hold them accountable. We could punish them for what they're doing because it's illegal. But instead of doing that, we're going to stoop to their level. Well, what happens when they do it to us? When they turn around and go, hey, you guys were over here participating in early voting. You guys were participating in mail-in voting. Now you want to take it away? Why would you take it away? You guys were playing the game too. We're becoming like them to try and win the game, when in reality we just need to pass legislation and we need to hold them accountable when they step out of line. We already have the fucking laws. Like, I don't think it's the way to go. Like, that's great that small town wherever that guy lives went red because they did all the things the blue team does. But I don't think stooping down to their level is going to win. Like, overall, I don't think it's going to work. If anything, I think it's a little bit of kind of like cat and mouse going on. They want to make us devolve into how they play the game so then they can turn around and be who we're supposed to be and smack us with a hammer when we're behaving like them. I'm worried about that. They don't seem to be worried about it. That reporter, he's not worried about it. And I keep hearing red team do that. We need to play like blue team. No, I don't think so. We need to hold those people accountable. That's what we need to do. We don't need to stoop down to their level. But that's just my 2 cents on it. We're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. We have a lot of news to cover, and we only got an hour to do it. So we're going to be running today. Let's see. And at 2 wrongs don't make a right. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Here, Juicy, can you guys hear me flipping my chapstick? I'm over here flipping stressed. I'm stressed. Just feeling it today. Let's see. Here, Juicer, flipping that playbook, flipping that chapstick. We need to come out with some memes or something. Woodland. Even the smallest towns matter. It brings hope. Yep. Yeah, every win, no matter big or small, matters. Especially when we're versing cheaters and things like that. All wins are good as long as they were legitimate. I don't think walking in their footsteps is the right thing to do. It's just my opinion. What's up, Donna Sparks? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Woodland. When I was little, people did campaign. That's another thing I think is weird. Where's all these old man Walter rallies? Where's that at? More campaigning from the basement? Is he really going to do that? And are they going to accept a win? If 24 goes like 2020 and he doesn't do any campaigning, I don't know how I'm going to contain myself. I just don't know. I don't see any blue team stuff going on at all. Red team is over here fighting for second place. Trump's out here just doing the thing. It ain't even different from him. He's been running rallies since he was in the Oval Office. This is just another day for him. He's been nonstop campaigning this whole time. I don't know. 'Tis what 'tis. What's up, Life Like? Happy freedom. Nah, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. Just reading through. Jeb, the president, is in Belvedere, Illinois today. The Orange Eagle is? I haven't heard about that. Snooks, why you say that? Snooks says Jeff be flipping hard. So I don't know if you guys can hear me flipping or not. Struggling. Just going through it. Fidgeting hard. What's up, Captain Mike? Happy freedom. Appreciate you joining us over on Rumble. Hard 8. The adults are back in charge is what I was told. Yeah. Actually, I think Trump referenced that last night now that I'm thinking about it. What's up, Bullets and Barbecue? Appreciate you. I've been seeing you a lot on my Twitter and stuff. Appreciate you following me on Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter and you're not following me, you should, because I go ham. It's kind of like an extended version of the live. What's up, MU? Happy freedom. Guess MJ, I voted for my FedEx driver. I don't want to talk about it. Damn FedEx drivers. Can't stand them. Can't stand them. Let's see. Guess MJ, this reporter is passionate. Yeah. He usually does good videos from what I've seen. I don't know. I just feel like following in their footsteps isn't the way. But it's good to be excited for a win. There's nothing wrong with that. Undercrafter, I don't see any non-binary hoodies. You know what's funny is when I did the promotion for the 2A shirts last night, I was like writing what I was going to say. And normally I just say, oh, we got new merch, and then I just post a link. But I was like, we got merch for men and women. And just went on to list what we have and whatnot. But I was like, I wonder how many hooligans are going to pick up that this merch is only for men and women. If you're not any of those, then this merch just isn't for you. And so I was wondering how many hooligans were picking up what I was laying down there. Silver Wolf, UPS, and FedEx are combined emerging, and they're going to be called Fed Up. That's a great idea. I straight told them, I was like, I hope you guys go out of business. You're terrible. You're terrible. I'm tired of buying stuff and those damn sellers are using your shitty service. I'll just send Klaus Daniels, okay? Just strap the package on him. He'll be back in a couple of days. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Put a low jack on him just in case you try to hijack the cat. It'd be fine. FedEx isn't shit. I hate them. Guess up, Jay. Show me where the FedEx driver touched you. He won't even show up at the house, the bastard. That's what it really is. Got a crush on the FedEx driver. He won't come see me. That's what I'm bent out of shape about. You caught me. You caught me, Guess some Jay. Let's see. Ghostly, fun fact, FedEx is the most profitable in all aviation because packages make more money than flying people. I wish they would go out of business. I don't care. Can't stand them. It's really just the drivers. That's what it is. And their drivers are independent from what I understand. They're not unionized like UPS is. And so, they're just hitting that crack pipe while they're just cruising down the road. They don't know what's going on. It's like they're hired contractors. And so, I don't know. You want to do business like that, then of course, that's where the problem is. And if anything, those are the people who are seeing your customers. They go face to face with your customers. Like, that's the cashier of your business. They should be the most polite. They should be doing the most for the customers. Not showing up and throwing my packages up on the second story. Like, what a bunch of bastards. I don't know. Lone Wolf, you get your new car? I did get my car back. There's still something wrong with the all-wheel drive light. Nobody knows what's wrong with it. But other than that, it's running good. It's running fine. I don't know what's wrong with the all-wheel drive thing, though. I checked the tires because in that Subaru, if my tires are a little low or if I got a tire that doesn't match the other ones, it can cause that all-wheel drive light. But all my tires are fine. And so I can't figure out what's wrong with it. And I think the shop is tired of looking at me. So they kind of put me off for a little bit. They're like, yeah, we'll figure it out one day. But I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for it to snow again. Because nobody knows if my all-wheel drive is working. We just see the little light on the dash, and the shop is like, nah, it's probably still working. Well, I'd like to know for sure. I didn't buy the Subaru to drive it in front-wheel drive. Like, I need to know, is the four-wheel drive disengaged? But nobody knows, so I gotta wait for the snow to see if I can get out of the parking lot. If I can't, four-wheel drive's not working. I don't know. Tis what it is. Sam, well, FedEx is based in Memphis. They're Memphis as fuck. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I told the customer service, I was like, I'll be waiting for that driver tomorrow. You let him know. I'll be sitting here waiting for him. Last time I said that, they showed up acting all tough. I'm like, I will beat your ass in your uniform, okay? We'll stand out in front of the truck so your bosses can watch this ass whooping if that's what you want. And they don't want that, though. What's up, Prison Hug? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. I'm gonna have to cut this fan on. I'm sitting here sweating to death. Garlic Press, they're talking about lowering KJP's paycheck down to $1 like Buttigieg. They should. She doesn't even do her job. She didn't even do her job before being assisted by Captain Hot Dog Fingers Kirby. Like, she always, she came out, she struggled, she blinked, and she stuttered. Then she evolved into just referring everyone to other locations, other sectors of the White House. Have to refer you to the DOJ, have to refer you to this, that, and the other. Well, now she doesn't even do that. She comes out with Captain Hot Dog Fingers. He does all the talking, and he doesn't provide any answers. He just refers everybody here and there and everywhere. Then she gets on and she's like, well, we got to wrap it up pretty soon. Do you have any questions? And everybody's like, yeah, I got questions. She's like, that's great. I'll refer you to someone else. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. What the hell is she being paid for? Tweeting? She sucks. She's a terrible person. She does not deserve any of our tax dollars. I think $1 is too much. I think it's too much. She should pay us to have to put up with her bullshit. Garlic Press, that guy used to be a Navy SEAL. I knew that he was military, but I wasn't sure what. But he had, the first time I seen him, he was interviewing a guy that's like a famous Marine or something like that, and I can't remember what he's famous for. He almost looks like the guy from that boxing movie that was directed by Eminem. I can't think of his name. But the first time I seen that news anchor, that's who he was interviewing, was a military guy. And they were going back and forth about military stuff and loving America and wanting America to have structure and to be a safe place for all of us and stuff like that. And so the first time I seen that guy was him expressing that he was in the military. I just didn't know what branch. Flipping through really quick and we'll be moving forward. Geezer Man, I have a small eBay store and I only use UPS to ship items. I wish FedEx would do better. I really do. But I don't have these problems with UPS. Those UPS guys are awesome. They're awesome. The guy's cool. He either knocks on my door, rings the buzzer, or whatever. And every time I see him, we have a little chit chat. And he's got a key to the building. He can just walk in. These FedEx drivers, I don't know if they don't trust him or what. They don't have keys to the buildings. So I don't know. Geezer Man, do you have a Rumble channel? I do. Let me drop this Rumble link for you. There you go. That'll take you right to the live. Just reading through a little bit more before we move forward. Big Chap, the diversity hire. Yeah. If they lowered her paycheck, she'd probably say it was racism. I almost guarantee it. I think her putting so much makeup on her face to lighten up is racism. That's why I put that picture of her up in the corner. I don't know if you guys realize that's an actual picture of her. And it was next to her girlfriend, but we cropped her out because, they're not doing so well. And a lot of people think it's like some manipulated photo or some lookalike or something, but that's really her. She just looks so different because she puts on whiteface every day. And it's kind of ridiculous, but whatever's whatever. Big Chap T-Man says we're gonna swamp them. We'll see. I'm concerned about all the red talk after the whole red wave situation that never came true, and so I worry about any more talk of that because it's kind of embarrassing when it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a red wave, and then everybody votes blue team, and then for a week they're just roasting everyone. They're like, we're having a red wave. Like, I hate fighting trolls on that. Like, hold up, I didn't say that, okay? We just showed videos that said that. I didn't say that. So don't act like I didn't make that come true. I didn't know about the red wave. I was witnessing it, and it just never happened. So I don't know. He getting trolled over that shit. What's up, Norman? Happy freedom. What's up, Lenny? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Well, I'm not trying to turn you guys away from FedEx. I'm just expressing my personal experience with them. It's up to you guys if you want to like them or not. But I can't stand them. I can't stand them at all. Salty Regu, stream it. What? Serving uppercuts to the FedEx guy if I have to, for my attorney. Gregory, they never even ring the doorbell. They don't. I've been standing on the door, come on now. Standing on the other side of the door when the FedEx guy hops out the truck, sticker in hand, just coming to place the sticker on the door to drive away. And you're like, hold up, why don't you just bring me the box? He's like, I didn't see you standing there. Well, this ain't a joke to me, buddy. You got a couple $100 worth of my shit in your truck. Like, I know you're a bastard, but I'm not, okay? I need you to give me my stuff. Right now, you're in possession of my stuff. You're holding it hostage. I start drawing this line in the sand, your life becomes in danger. So you better just go ahead and give me my shit, okay? It's like, I don't know. They had a little box when I made the order, and they were like, do you need to provide special instructions for the driver? And I was like, nah, he'll be able to figure it out. Pfft. Next time, I'm be saying all kinds of stuff. Like, you want me to just fill out the whole back of the sheet? I'm going to need a second page to be able to provide you with all the instructions I need. You put your right foot in, you take your right foot out. Like, just, I don't know, I have to explain the whole way, I guess. So we're going to move on to this next one before I run us all the way out of time. We got like 15 videos to cover. This next one's titled, Feed Pulled on Old Man Walter After Wandering Away. I'm not going to watch this whole video. Minute 46. Some of these videos are like really long, but there is just too much talking. Too much talking about stuff that don't matter. So I'm going to try and cut all the nonsense out. Now I'm pretty sure this talks about a plethora of things. It's going to start off talking about kill switches in cars. I think it's 2026. They're trying to put kill switches in cars, so they try and act like it's for your own safety, but it's really so if you don't do what they want you to do, well, they can just turn your car off while you're driving down the road, because they want to have absolute control over all of us. It's just fancy communism. That's all it is. It's fancy communism. Let's go ahead and get this started.
It was barely reported. A big part of Biden's infrastructure bill were kill switches, which will be mandatory in all vehicles in 2026.
Yeah, they claim it's a safety feature. It's a safety feature that's automatically going to disable vehicles when the driver is impaired or disagrees with government policies. Oh, did I add that? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, but Laura, who determines when the driver's impaired? And who else has access to this kill switch? Congressman Thomas Massie tried to defund that amendment and kill this last night. Watch.
It's so incredible that I have to offer this amendment. It almost sounds like the domain of science fiction, that the federal government would put a kill switch in vehicles that would be the judge, the jury, and the executioner on such a fundamental right as the right to travel freely.
Laura, believe it or not, the House rejected that amendment by a vote of 229 to 201 with the help of 19 Republicans. So now these kill switches are going to be in all of our vehicles in 2026.
Okay, this is just another reason to have like a 1975, Buick or something. You don't want any of these cars. I mean, why would they be against people traveling, Raymond? Pray tell, so they couldn't gather together. So you can't just pick up like we're going to go to, Florida tonight, or we're going to go to. No, well, they don't want you to have that freedom.
And people are going to be able, and foreign governments like China will be able to hack into your car and just shut it down on their whim. This is a terrible idea. And they're talking about lasers and breath. They'd read your breath as a driver to see if you're impaired or not. This is way too intrusive. Well, I don't need to be surveilled when I'm driving my car. Thanks a lot.
Maybe a bad breath meter. That's different. But, I'm not sure. All right, Raymond, with the 2024 election, now it's less than, a year away. Silicon Valley's already showing who they're supporting.
Oh, yeah. Laura, Google may be trying to tip the scales in Biden's favor by burying the campaign websites of all of his competitors in their search engines. The Media Research Center discovered if you Google the phrase presidential campaign websites, which we did, Biden's website is the third result, while Trump's isn't even shown on the first page. And if you search Republican presidential campaign websites, Google doesn't show a single GOP candidate's website, though Will Hurd, who dropped out, and Marianne Williamson, a Democrat, did show up. And I loved, we also searched independent presidential candidate websites. Neither RFK Jr. nor Cornel West appeared on the first page, and less than 1% of people go beyond that first page when they Google something.
Another reason to go DuckDuckGo or whatever, any search engine. I keep typing in. I think it's time for me to download it because I just keep typing in DuckDuckGo because I don't want to use Google. All right,
Yeah,
what
you
else?
got to put DuckDuckGo, not DuckDuckGoose. Look,
Yeah.
if you want to know why big tech is crashing in to help the president, look no further than his one public event yesterday. He doesn't know what is being said, and he still has not mastered a graceful exit.
Sir, did you ask Phoebe for a 3-day pause?
He posts. You asked the Prime Minister of Israel for a 3-day pause.
Laura, I love how they pull the feed. Biden wanders away, so the White House just pulls the feed because it's inexplicable. He doesn't say goodbye. He doesn't say thanks for being here. The lady
wanders.
says thank you, and he just wanders out of the frame.
I'm telling you, Raymond, we have to get this product out as soon as possible. It's only tailored to, people who need a little help. We're all going to get there at
Yes.
some point. But just a little, an elder, for a leash. Let's just say what it is, a leash or a
leash?
tether, just to bring him back to where he's supposed to be. Okay, maybe it could be just clear so you don't see it and it doesn't embarrass him.
We need to revive vaudeville. Remember the old hook? Just give him the hook and pull him off.
All right,
And that's
all right,
our
Raymond.
hook.
All right, Raymond. Thank you. Don't forget DVR us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
She said DVRS. Do people still do DVR? I just watch everything on lives. I don't know. We should start with that. That would have been a good warm-up one. Lot going on there. So they're gonna put kill switches in our cars. So that's great. I mean, I'll never be able to afford a new car. So I'm not really worried about that. I'll have to worry about that in like 10 or 15 years when my affordable models have that crap already in it. And it probably won't function by then. So that'll be fine. But kill switches in cars, called that. I mean, we knew that. As soon as they were mandating EVs, we knew that they were going to do something like that. On top of track us and monitor us, they'll be recording our audio and taking pictures of us while we're in the car and all this other stuff. And they're going to check your breath, see if you're inebriated while you're driving. I don't know. I don't know who's buying these new cars. I don't know who's going to do that. These car companies are going to be they already get bailed out by the government, but that's all that's going to happen in the future because no one's going to be buying these goofy cars. Everyone's going to be spending their money to keep these old cars alive just so they don't have to be tracked. Have to have kill switches, have to charge your car for 30 minutes or 3 hours or however long it takes to charge. Nobody wants to play that game. And then they're talking about how Google is burying searches that have to do with the Orange Eagle. Oh, well, that's weird. Not like I called that like 2 years ago or anything, just I was saying don't support Google. Do not support YouTube. It will be election interference. They will not show him like they're going to show everyone else. And now we're living in it. Totally called it. Totally called it. And then old man Walter wandering off like that. That's just normal at this point. It's totally normal. And you can see it in those women's face because first old man Walter gets so close to that woman that I thought he was going to kiss her. I thought he was going to kiss. I think she thought he was going to kiss her. Just the expression on her face, she was like, it was like feeling cold air. Like when you open the door the first day of winter or whatever, and that cold air just takes your breath away. That's what she looked like. Just deer in a Subaru's headlights. Just standing there froze, like, what's going to happen next? And then he just wanders off. And then she looks to her, whatever the other woman is, her coworker or whatever, and then she kind of does this eyebrow thing like, yo, you see that? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And the White House staff is like, all right, we're done here. We got to go find old man Walter. You guys get your asses out of here. He's about due for a fresh wipe. So just go ahead and go on somewhere. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. It's another day. So we're going to read through the chat really quick, and we're going to move forward. This next one's titled, This is a Special Level of Delusion. This one and the next video are all kind of tied together. It has to do with Hillary Clinton. The first one is them describing the situation and setting the tone in the scene. And the second video is the actual clip of her sounding like a full-blown idiot. So we're going to be playing that in just a second. And Dazed and Confused has left the building. His brain was never in the building. It just never happened. I don't know who I was talking. I think I was talking on Twitter or something. We were joking around because Elon Musk is asking for a volunteer to take on the Neuralink to put the the poker chip in your skull to see if you can scroll through your phone using your brain. So they're looking for a volunteer, and then somebody brought up old man Walter. Was like, nah, he doesn't have the proper equipment for that. So they'd be trying to install it, and it just falls in. It's just ka-tink, and it echoes around inside the skull. They're like, nah, it's not going to work. He's not an eligible candidate. Not for the Neuralink. Let's see. And Big Brother's been in place since World War II, more so after 9/11. Oh, I said it again. Dang it. Can't say that while YouTube's watching because it means you're a terrorist or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I understand as well. I was really young. I was in 7th grade or something when 9/11 happened. But yeah, I mean, in my brain, that's the difference too, is after 9/11, all of a sudden everything became real invasive. There's no longer a real right to privacy. And the NSA or whatever, the National Security, they've come out like 3 or 4 times. And they've said, they view what's in our phone. They watch us. They listen to us. They take pictures of us. It's all for our own safety or whatever. But they've come out on TV and they've said they're monitoring us. They're actively monitoring us using our cell phones. And it's been that way ever since 9/11. It's just the way it is. I'm either really boring or really entertaining, but I know I'm not doing anything wrong. But I got to be a fan favorite over there at the people that monitor us. They're like, oh, look, Jeff Mac's using his phone again. Why is he pulling his wiener out? Never mind. Anyways, reading through, Jeb, yeah, Homeland Security. Yep. Girth, my soft serve is my nickname when I take my anxiety meds. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. I wonder what I'd be like on anxiety medication, but I'm too worried I'd be addicted to something to even go get medication on anything. I just drink water and yell at my cat. That's about all I do for my anxiety. Let's see. Dance Master, Commie, FBI, and CIA spying on us. I think the CIA runs the world. I do. I think that they run the world. I think anytime they need something to happen politically or whatever, Anonymous just appears. Or some random terrorist attack from an unknown group just happens. Or a president gets assassinated in Haiti or something. Like things like this happen and it gets quiet really quick and they never find any answers and it just seems to benefit our government for whatever reason. I think the CIA runs the world. Like I firmly do. True Crazy, Happy Freedom, my favorite bigot. My Hemi doesn't need to be charged. Exactly. No kill switches. So, and I was just thinking we could make t-shirts. And it's like, nah, because kill switch sounds explicit. sounds like something else. In Chicago, they got kill switches. It's a device they put in their Glocks to make them automatic. It's a huge federal crime. When you talk about kill switches, you're on the wrong side of town. They think you're talking about something else. Geezer, man, I'd like to see a woman slap his face hard. Yeah, old man Walter, he be creeping on him. He's creeping on him. I don't know how many times we've covered him live, and we've been like sitting on the edge of our seats like, is he going to kiss her? Is he going to grope her? What is he doing? Like he's too close. He's too close. Yeah, he needs some social distancing, I will say. He gets a little bit too close, the females that get around him. There was a tweet that I retweeted yesterday of some woman who's supposed to be respectable in some sort of way, and I don't know who she is, but I came across her tweet where she was standing next to old man Walter, and the caption says, I let him sniff my hair, with like a big smiley face, like, I have such nice hair that I let old man Walter sniff it, and I'll never forget. Lady, you were almost victimized. You don't even know it. You're over here proud, just showing it on Twitter, like, look at me and the great things I've done. You were almost a victim, okay? You were 30 seconds away from him placing a phone call and putting you with the cartel. Okay, you'd have been another body in the band. That all, like, you want to be a part of fentanyl trafficking because that's where old man Walter was almost putting you. Like, don't even realize what's going on. Let's see, flipping through before we get on to this next one. Contempt. I'm waiting on the teleportation update before considering Neuralink. I think that they know something about portal transportation. It's the documents that I've read that are federal documents talk about how they built a doorway that shoots sound waves like all on the inside of it. And they were taking volunteers and sending them through the doorway. And it's just a frame. It's just some metal frame or something that has, devices in it that's producing sound waves. And they would walk through one side and not come out the other side. Like pretty much like sticking your hand through a picture frame and having it not come out the other side. The problem is they don't know where they sent those people. And their speculation is that our galaxy is traveling so fast through the universe that when you travel through the portal, we left you behind. Like the galaxy kept going, you walked through the doorway and you just ended up in dark matter. We just left you behind. And so that's the theory. It's all theory, of course. But after reading that, I was like, I'm not really interested in teleportation or traveling through portals or anything. That doesn't sound fun to me. I don't want to be lost out in the dark matter. They don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is. Mike, is Old Man Walter code word? I guess. I don't think it's that serious, but you say Biden and all the trackers are paying attention to you. You say Old Man Walter, they're like, I don't know who that is. And so we do that with everything. It probably hurts me with the algorithm because it can't put me in front of the viewers it thinks I should be talking to. But the hooligans know who I'm talking about every time we're talking. So, it's not, I don't want to say code words. We like to keep things saucy around here, and we just have our own lingo about things. Let's see. Adrian, privacy infringement was allowed by the Patriot Act, which was written before that day in September. I've heard about that. And yeah, we just involuntarily forfeited our right to privacy in place of the greater good, just like the Gestapo did. Hey, we need you to get on this train. It's for the greater good. And they're like, but I don't want to get on the train. They're like, oh, you're one of those people. You don't care if your fellow man dies. That's what you're saying? Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Then you better get your ass on the train. And they're like, okay. And that's what happened. That's what happened, basically, in a nutshell. And they tried to do the same thing to us. The same thing. You need to go get this jab. I don't think I want the jab. So you want to kill grandma? Well, no. Well, then you better get the jab. And they're like, sorry, grandma, that's the risk I'm going to have to take. That's too damn bad. Let's see. Grip. Only music is cosmic. I suppose. Everything. We're all just vibrations out here in the world. And I just don't get a fly in the machine. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, and I was probably too young to watch it. And I just remember it being really gross. A fly guy, and they'd show his perspective, and it was all bug eyes and stuff. I just remember being like, I don't want no part of that. All right, hooligans, we got to move forward. I like hanging out in the chat with you guys, but at this point, I got 20 minutes, and we're going to cram like 12 videos through this. So this next one is, I believe, the Hillary Clinton stuff. Yes. So we're going to play these next two videos back to back because they're tied together. So the first one is, this is a special level of delusion, and the next one is, it's talking about Hillary Clinton. So then the next one is the actual clip of her speaking with the five and why she's so delusional. So we're going to run through these next videos pretty quick.
It's time for it.
Gotta find where to start the video. All right, hooligans, let's get this started. I want to remind you guys, go read in the description. I put all these links and stuff in the description, and then I never tell you guys to go look. If you would like to support the live, or maybe get wrapped up in some hooligan work, you want to be a part of the community and stuff, go read through the description. I provide all these links, and I'd be happy if you guys would check them out.
Life reporter. For instance, it was barely reported a big part of Biden's infrastructure bill were kill switches, which will be mandatory.
I grabbed the wrong video. My bad. Grabbed the wrong link. This is you guys watching my dyslexia happen in real time. Normally I don't have a slip that's so obvious. That's alright. These things happen. That's the joy of being live. It's all improv. Because that's how I like it.
Kayleigh McEnany's the co-host of Outnumbered, and she joins me now. So, Kayleigh, is Hillary running?
I don't think she's running, but I think she's delusional enough to think she can win. I mean, Jesse, you've got to try very, very hard to be that unlikable. But she always manages to come off as so out of touch, so narrow-minded. And in this case, I mean, hypocritical. She said that Trump is like a dictator because he wants to limit opposition and limit the press. I was in the White House with him when he welcomed Governor Phil Murphy, Democrat from New Jersey, Governor Andrew Cuomo, Democrat from New York, during a pandemic. They came into the Oval Office. I was there when he said, Kayleigh, I did a press conference with the coronavirus task force, but why don't you do one too? Because 2 press conferences is better than 1. When's the last time you got any of those from Joe Biden? And then in the next breath, she says, oh, wait, but let's limit the cult-like Trump voters. Limit the cult-like Trump voters? To your point, how are you going to do that when Trump is winning by 11 points in Nevada, according to New York Times, and in 5 of the 6 swing states? To your point, I want to know about the dirty tricks.
I know. I need to know about the dirty tricks because we had the dossier, we had the laptop cover-up. I have to know what's coming. We need to know what's coming. I hope it's not 1,000 Wandas because that would make me very nervous. Do you see those ladies on The View talking to Hillary about how she really won the election? You know, Hillary, you actually really did. He didn't really win. Well, how does that make
I was saying the 5. I meant The View.
Yeah, it's crazy what they have done to Trump voters. You're all election deniers. You can't even question things. Don't ask a question, shut up, or hide in a closet. That's what they've told us. But Joy Behar, as long as the producers get in your ear, because you know that's what happened, Jesse. The producers got in her ear during the commercial break. You got to apologize. You got to apologize. And then she did it, like you said, like a hostage.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's hypocritical. But, I mean, it's a special level of delusion on The View.
I wish I had the producers get in my ear more often. I could maybe a couple times a week. That could be helpful. Kayleigh, no
Yeah,
producer
Johnny's
needs
in your ear.
No producer ever needs to be in your ear. You got it covered. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
So like I said, we're going to run right into this next video here before we talk about it. So they laid down the groundwork. We got an idea of how this all went. So now we're going to hear the demon speak these words for herself, talking about the Orange Eagle and all of that. Let me get this all set up really quick here. It's like not even a minute long. All right, let's get this started.
It would be the end of our country as we know it. And I don't say that lightly. I used to talk about one and done. And what I meant by that is that people would get legitimately elected, and then they would try to do away with elections and do away with opposition and do away with a free press. And you could see it in countries where, well, Hitler was duly elected. That's right. Right? Yeah. Trump is telling us what he intends to do. We need to listen to Take him at his word.
Fox.
Take him at his word. Well, he wants to make America great again. So, I mean, I guess if that's what we got to do, we got to take him at his word. Well, I'm inclined to believe it, I guess. He's going to make America great again. Thanks for the advice, Hillary. Jesus, what a douchebag. Compare him to Hitler. Try as hard as you can. All the name calling just cracks me up. Blue team special. Calling a bunch of names. So stupid. We're going to read through the chat really quick and then we got to move forward. I'm running so late. I don't even know how we're going to cover all of this stuff. This next one's about Ivanka Trump going to court. Let's see. Here, Juicer, you need to watch more Monty Python. Life of Brian is a masterpiece. Well, let me copy this title. Maybe I can find a way to watch it tonight when I get some free time. I usually get free time 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock is when I can stop working, is usually how it goes. We're going to be playing the game tonight as far as I know. So 6 p.m. Eastern time. You can watch over on Kick, jeffmaclive.com, or jeffmacgaming. You can find that at the bottom of the link tree. if you'd like to join us for gaming at 6 p.m. But here, Juicer, I'll see about if I can watch some Monty Python, because I've never even seen a whole 5 minutes of it. I have no idea what it's even like. I know it's supposed to be kind of comedy, and it's supposed to be like Mr. Magoo kind of humor or something like that. But I really just don't even know anything about Monty Python. So I'll see if I can find at least a little bit of that one right there, The Life of Brian. And she's a witch. She is. Starfish is a good code word. We can't talk about starfishes on Twitch. They got a policy against it. I don't know why, because they like rainbow people over there. But yeah, you can't say you can't say a whole lot outside of starfish and backdoor. You like even like kid words you can't say. You can get banned on Twitch for saying it. So I think that's hilarious. Yes. Let's see, flipping through. Jesus, Miss Jamie, crusty panties Hillary. What kind? We need to write Trump. Be like, look, I think beautiful Hillary's not hitting the mark. We need to go with crusty panties Hillary. Trump's gonna be like, huge. He's gonna let us know. I don't know. We're gonna have to send him a letter or something. Persian, she's a 1-star butt pirate. Just wow. Wow. You hooligans crack me up. Sure crazy. Nah, it ain't bleached. You got to pay extra for that. Do they still do that? I haven't heard about that in a couple of years. Maybe it's just like that's the norm now. It's not even anything to talk about. Persian, Hillary's panties are in a permanent bunch. She will always be a sore loser to lose to the Orange Eagle. It's just too bad. She should take it as a badge of honor. Like if I ran and I lost to the Orange Eagle, I wouldn't even be mad. If anything, I'd be like, why'd I even run? What was the point of running? I was going to lose against the Orange Eagle. Everybody knew. Sure crazy. Do away with that old hag. She's a terrible person. I don't know why anybody listens to her. Thank you so much, Get Some J, for the $10 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Get Some J says, put towards I Love FedEx merch. Come on, man. I'll have to think of something clever. Maybe from a distance, it'll look like it says love, but then as you get closer, it's more like hate. Can't stand. We'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. I love FedEx. Come on, man. Cracking me up. What's up, McBeefy? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being over on Kick. Good Lord, contempt. Grab her by the crusties. Trump 2023. My, no. Is that clitty litter? No, that's terrible. You guys are going to get me suspended. I'm telling you, YouTube's watching. We got to keep the funniness down. Can't be this hilarious. They start getting bent out of shape and stuff over on YouTube. Those people, they start pressing the button. They're like, nah, he's being too funny. Strike his ass. Strike him down right in front of his hooligans. That'll show him. That's how it happens. Those people that work at YouTube, they hate me. I don't know why. Salted Ragu, Jeff's got dirt on Hillary. Better run. Oh, no. If I had dirt on Hillary, I'd never leave the house. I'd probably cement my windows closed and stuff. There's just no way to survive after that. You cross Hillary, you're done. Like, we haven't heard anything about that guy who was yelling at her Hillary rally last week that we covered. He might not even be with us anymore. I hope he got his schwack tattoo like McAfee, because we knew as soon as they were dragging him out on his ass by his t-shirt, we knew she was going to hit him with the heart attack gun. So I don't know, hopefully he's still with us. Well, we got to move forward because I'm running late. I'm supposed to leave in 9 minutes and we got like 15 minutes worth of videos left. So this next one's titled Ivanka Trump questioned about father's financial statements in civil fraud trial. Well, this went exactly how I thought it would go. And I'm sure they're all disappointed. They really thought that Ivanka was going to roll over on dad. I don't even really know why they're even going through with all this, because the judge has already said he's guilty. He's guilty of fraud. They've already declared it. So I don't know why they're even going through it anymore.
Latest now on Donald Trump's civil fraud trial. The former president's daughter Ivanka took the stand in the case brought by New York's Attorney General. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky has the details. Good morning, Aaron.
George, good morning to you. As a witness, Ivanka Trump was everything her father wasn't. Patient, polite, concise. Her testimony marked the end of the state's case.
Ivanka Trump is not a defendant in the civil trial, but she came to court as the last of 25 state witnesses, pressed about the financial statements of her father that the judge has already ruled were fraudulent. I would assume he would have personal financial statements that he would work on with his own accountant, she said, but those weren't things I was privy to. It mimicked what she said in a sworn deposition.
Sure, he has accountants who do all sorts of stuff, have all sorts of stuff. But no, sorry,
Right,
I don't specifically know what was prepared on his behalf.
She did concede she received $4 million from the sale of the old post office in Washington, D.C. before taxes, which the Trumps turned into a luxury hotel. To New York Attorney General Letitia James, they're proceeds of fraud.
We uncovered the scheme, and she benefited from it personally.
Ivanka Trump helped set up some of the loans at issue in the trial, including one for Trump National Doral in Miami that required her father to maintain a minimum net worth of $3 billion. She wrote to company executives about the loan's favorable terms. It doesn't get any better than this. But asked about specifics, she said she couldn't recall, testifying, I believe it was the 9th month of pregnancy of my oldest daughter.
The defense is going to begin calling witnesses next week, seeking to impress a judge who has already determined that former President Trump committed fraud. Guys?
All right, Aaron, thank you for your reporting. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here.
Anyways, like they said, the judge has already said he's guilty. It's all fraud already. So I don't understand why they're still jumping through the hoops. And he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo, and I've been trying to really gather the information to provide it for you guys on the live, but I've been tweeting about it a lot because I'm finding articles on it, but they're just not whole summaries. It's just like little bits and pieces. I need to go through and read all of it to put it all together, but he's a weirdo. He supposedly believes in fitness, and so he goes to the gym, I guess. But what he really likes to do is he likes to post topless photos in his alumni newsletter that I think is for high schoolers. Now, maybe it's not. Maybe it's college kids. I don't know. But I know that nobody wants to see Krusty the Clown without a t-shirt on. And I mean, it's like cropped, like torso, bonus torso photos is how I guess it's been described as he posts in this email newsletter that they put out or whatever. He's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. And him and Letitia James, and they're all activists and stuff like that. They're not about justice. They're about just being right and being in power. That's it. They just want everyone to think that they are right all the time, and they want to have the control over others. And they just got Trump in their web, and that's what's going on right now. So I don't know. It's no good. It's no good. But from what I can tell, Ivanka did just like Trump's sons, got up there. We got the money to pay professionals to do this stuff. We don't know what happened with anything. We don't know. And then that's it. They're done. They didn't provide anything to help the case go downhill any farther. And they just, the court wasted everybody's time and money by even calling on them as witnesses in the first place, or to, try and provide evidence of fraud. A bunch of malarkey. But at least they're through it. And we covered a video yesterday saying about mid-December is when they're planning on the trial all wrapping up and stuff, because the defense has to go through whatever they're going to go through before then. So they're expecting halfway through December this will get wrapped up, so we'll probably have more follow-ups on that story. We're going to read through the chat really quick. I'm really running out of time here, but I think everything we have is worth watching, so I'm delegating on what to do here. And half-naked pictures of himself. Yeah, and it's really weird. Like, it's really weird. It's not like he's buff. It's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger posting photos like, hey, here's an update since my 20s because I'm big into weightlifting. It's really weird stuff. It's kind of like you're a teenager, you bring your friends over, and then your dad comes in the room and goes, hey, you guys want to see some pictures of me working out? And you're like, no, Dad, why are you doing this? And he's like, here's some pictures of me shirtless to your teenage friends. Like, that's kind of the level, that's the vibes that this guy is giving off. Like, he's probably hurting kids in his home somewhere, and we just ain't found out yet, because he is a weirdo. He is a weirdo. There is something weird about him, and I just ain't figured it out yet. But there's a lot of information out there that I've already stuck to my Twitter page, and I just got to go through all the crumbs until I can figure out what kind of sandwich we got here. As soon as I know, we're going to be talking about it on the live. Hair Juicer, man, force me to go to court against my dad. I'll beat your ass in the parking lot. Yeah, it's for publicity. It's for publicity. They want to say that they were able to get Trump's kids to turn on him because he's such a bad dad and a bad person in general that even his kids want to roll over on him. That's what they wanted the headlines to be. But the kids, they're smart. They're smart. I mean, they grew up wealthy. You cannot be dumb and wealthy at the same time. You're just not able to. You got to have some line of intelligence in order to maintain wealth. And so they knew. They knew. And it ran just like I said it would. They went up there and they didn't know shit and then they left. Because that's the easiest way to go through it, especially if you're summoned against your will, which in a lot of times you are. And so it went just like how I thought it would. And somehow he's still guilty of fraud. So it's whatever. It's all publicity. Speedy Girl, it is high school. Go to Laura Loomer on X. Yeah. Yep. And Laura Loomer also went through that the judge's wife is posting anti-Trump content on her Twitter, but now her Twitter's locked up because Laura Loomer found the story. Somehow she got into the account. She either knows somebody or somehow befriended this person to be able to view what's on her timeline. And then screenshots were taken and then spread all over Twitter. And so everybody knows that the judge's wife is a Trump hater and is posting content that is anti-Trump. But once she got found out by Laura Loomer, they locked her account all down. And so now nobody can see what she's posting. And she's denying even having a Twitter at this time. She's claiming that that Twitter account isn't hers, which is probably going to work a lot of normies over, because there is nothing saying that's actually his wife's account. The names and everything is not official. There's no like official badges or anything on her Twitter account. And so, I mean, it could just be a fraud account pretending to be the judge's wife. But considering how much publicity is around it, that probably is really the judge's wife's Twitter account, but she's just denying it at this time. Well, we're going to move on because I'm supposed to walk out the door right now. We got all these videos left. So this next one I think is really important because it's in Nashville and it's just some more light. It's not about the manifesto, but it does involve the people who are hiding the manifesto. And so this is titled Accused Shooter of Belmont Student Among Criminals Who's Not Being Prosecuted. Now that title sounds like shit, but this person was involved in a shooting, and because they're saying he's not fit to stand trial, he's not going to be prosecuted. So in pretty much in Nashville, you can shoot people, and as long as you are too incompetent to stand trial, nothing bad happens to you.
WSMV4 Investigates has been looking into criminals like Taylor and why they keep getting out of jail. Let's go to our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley. And Jeremy, you just exposed this very problem less than 2 weeks ago in your in-crisis reporting.
Yeah, that's right, Marius. We're investigating this to show how the mental health crisis in criminal justice is impacting all of us at home. We learned today the accused shooter of the Belmont student is among hundreds of criminals in Nashville that we found are deemed mentally incompetent to stand trial. As a result, they cannot be prosecuted and are let right out of jail, a concern the DA predicted would happen when we exposed this problem just weeks ago. When Shaquille Taylor was arrested this morning, it was hardly his first time in a police cruiser. Look at this news release from the DA's office today. They wanted to prosecute Taylor on April 13th for aggravated assault. But when he was found to be incompetent to stand trial, his case was dismissed and he was released from custody on May 19th, meaning he was free, police say, to shoot Belmont student Julian Ludwig. WSMV4 Investigates exposed this revolving door of 229 plus criminals in Nashville who, like Marquitas Hodge, commit multiple crimes, found to be incompetent to stand trial, and therefore cannot be prosecuted. They're released back into neighborhoods, often reoffending the same people, like Victoria Harris.
When he came around the fence with his pants down, that made me a little bit scared because it looked like he was escalating.
And when we spoke with District Attorney Glenn Funk on October 26th, listen to what he said about what would likely happen when the next criminal deemed incompetent to stand trial is released.
It's unbelievably frustrating because we know that there's going to be another victim within the next few weeks.
On the day we first aired that report, the Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities recommended that Barketus Hodge, that was the criminal we originally featured, should be committed to a mental health facility. Now, if that happens, he will be off the streets permanently. But that didn't happen with Taylor. The doctors reviewed his case and said he did not meet the standards for involuntary commitment. If you want to see our original reporting on the story, it's on the WSMV app right now.
229 criminals were arrested in Nashville and then released because they were deemed incompetent to stand trial. They were allowed to be set free to go out there and commit more crimes, which they often do, and they commit those crimes to the same victim that they originally committed the crime to. They committed that offense to. What the fuck is going on in Nashville? These are the same people that are trying to hide the manifesto, and they're upset that it got leaked. It shouldn't even be considered leaked. It should be public information. Like Sam has been raising awareness about. They are covering up a hate crime, and now look at this. Look how bad it is in Nashville. They are corrupt in Nashville, and something absolutely needs to be done about it. 229 criminals released from incarceration because they're too incompetent to stand trial? What do you mean? So it's like saying BLMers and Antifa and all these people, they're just basically unarrestable in Nashville. Because if you're a shapeshifter, you're obviously out of your mind. You're obviously lost your marbles somewhere along the way. And all these activists and these protesters and these criminals that we keep seeing, they're all shapeshifters. They don't have a solid identity. They're practicing living definitions where the definition of phrasings that they're using is constantly changing and stuff. They are blurring the lines of their own reality. They're not really any different than the Nashville shooter. So that means when they get arrested for their wrongdoings, they're just going to be let go because they're mentally incompetent. And then at the same time, you could be out of your mind enough to not stand trial, but not out of your mind enough to be committed to a medical facility to deal with your mental issues. You're crazy enough to be free, but not crazy enough to be in a mental health facility. What the fuck is going on in Nashville? Somebody needs to do something. Nashville's on fire and nobody's doing anything about it. They are corrupt. They're corrupt, and it's blatant. And they need to do something about it. I don't have time to read through the chat. We got to keep running. I should have left 4 minutes ago. But I think this stuff is important. These next 3 videos we're going to cover, I don't think we're going to end up covering Ramaswamy or Roseanne. If you were with us yesterday, you knew what happened. Because we covered the Trump rally. And like I said, I've been sharing this stuff on Twitter and whatnot. And it is hilarious and it is good to watch. But these next 2 I think are important, and why I'm just going to go ahead and be late. But this next one's titled, 4 election offices in Washington are evacuated due to suspicious envelopes, 2 of them containing fentanyl. I think this is blue team targeting election offices. Kind of like that one guy pulled the fire alarm to stop the meeting they were having about the government shutdown. I can't remember the guy's name now. But I think it's another one of those situations where they don't think things are going their way, so then they do something to cause a suspension of time. In this case, it's an election office.
It all started here, and while things are much less hectic now, election staff is hopeful to make up for lost time tomorrow, grateful that things didn't turn out to be much worse.
The days after Election Day are typically very busy processing days for us.
Machines hard at work scanning ballots before the verification process starts. A usual sight across election offices in Washington. It all came to a halt around 10:30 Wednesday morning in Pierce County.
Worker who opened a regular old number 10 envelope that happened to have some white powder in it. The worker took off her glove inside out to preserve the powder.
Pierce County Auditor Linda Farmer says the employee's instincts kicked in, remembering protocols. 911 was called, and about 100 staff members evacuated the building. Hazmat crews arrived on scene testing the substance. They came back positive for baking soda. King County Election Headquarters also received a suspicious letter and had to evacuate their building.
So we saw the white powder as it was opened. It's immediately isolated by our staff with a hazmat bucket.
In theirs, something more serious was discovered. Renton police say a presumptive test was done. The powder-like substance had traces of fentanyl, but what was in the package is still unknown.
Officers said that the envelope
wasn't fully open, so we don't know whether there's a note inside it or not. It was only open far enough for the worker to realize, quite wisely, that it wasn't something that she wanted to mess with further.
The envelope taken into evidence, which will be examined further by the FBI. Spokane and Skagit counties also received similar mail. Officials in Spokane say their substance also had traces of fentanyl. How much is unclear, but none posed a threat. Election workers say getting into this, they know what to expect, but it's still unsettling.
It's disappointing, but, you know, in the climate that we're in, a lot of things nowadays are very disappointing. We're going into a presidential election. Things are only going to get crazier, possibly, hopefully not. But, you know, getting into this, you kind of know what to expect.
Washington Secretary of State Steve Hobbs said precautions have been taken to keep employees and visitors safe. In a statement, he said in part, quote, "These incidents underscore the critical need for stronger protections for all election workers. Democracy rests upon free and fair elections. These incidents are acts of terrorism to threaten our elections."
Tonight, there's still some level of uncertainty as election workers are wondering what the true motive behind these packages is. Law enforcement is still investigating. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. In Pierce County, Alejandra Guzman, Fox 13 News.
Lying, cheating, stealing. Who's this sound like? I'm telling you, I think this stuff is just strategically done. I mean, obviously it was. Why else would you send, you know, ballot envelopes full of unknown powdery substances to a sorting facility like that? Like, it's got to be strategy. It's got to be. Need a couple hours of everyone outside the building. A couple hours while we ain't got eyes on us while we go in and do weird things, because that's what they do. That's what they do. We've seen the footage back in 2020. We know how the game is played. We've seen the evidence, although the Supreme Court has not, because they won't hold a day in court for what happened in 2020, because they don't want people to know, which is why I hope that Trump, and he has kind of mentioned, that when he goes to the Georgia trial, based on what happened in 2020, because they think he's a liar about it, he's supposed to be providing evidence. All this evidence that we've already witnessed years ago is now going to be put on the table in front of everyone. And I hope it really wakes those normies up to what's been going on. Because then all this kind of shit that's going on currently will be more obvious. It'll be even more obvious. Well, hooligans, we got to get through this next one. I'm running terribly late. But just for the sake of leaving on a good note, we're going to cover this next video. It's titled 100 Bird Species Will Lose Their Names. It's because it's offensive. Those racist birds out there doing bird stuff. It's so stupid. Soft and stupid. Alright, let's go ahead and get this rolling.
Yes, the American Ornithological Society, the professional bird watchers group, announced that they are going to change the names of more than 100 species named after specific people so as to be more inclusive, or as ornithologist Dr. Carlos Cedena puts it, quote, "It's going to be a level playing field where we all need to learn together." Who exactly was being shut out from learning about birds? Yes, it seems the PC police have sunk their talons into the birding world, and some are not too happy with the decision. But the society's president saying, quote, "We've come to understand that there are certain names that have offensive or derogatory connotations that cause pain to people, and that's important to change those, to remove those as barriers to their participation in the world of birds." Barriers to their participation. How many people were sort of on the fence? Oh, I was thinking about doing some serious bird watching, but the origin of some of those bird names, too much. I can't go there. Look, I get changing one name after a Confederate general who was in charge of relocating Native Americans. But how about the Steller's jay? This native to the western portion of North America is named after George Wilhelm Steller, a German naturalist who discovered the bird on a trip to Alaska in 1741. The Cooper's hawk, a fierce hunter known for its skillful ability to fly through dense forest in search of chipmunks, squirrels, and birds. In 1828, it was originally named after William Cooper. He was one of the founders of what would become the New York Academy of Sciences. But nope, the Cooper is going to get flown. Wilson's Warbler, named after famed poet and birder Alexander Wilson. This little guy can be found in every one of the 48 adjoining states. It was named after the bird scientist who discovered the bird, but apparently that too is ruffling feathers. The founder of something called Bird Names for Birds said the original petition to the society stemmed from an infamous incident in Central Park in 2020 when a white woman called the police because she felt threatened by a black man who was birdwatching.
Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
So this bird-brained overreaction is all because of the Central Park Karen? Joining us now is Rick Wright, a widely...
Well, that's enough of that. Those racist birds out there, it's so stupid. So stupid. They got to change everything. Everything's got to be changed. You got to have paper straws and plastic wrappers because they said so. Got to change the birds' names because they said so. Got to pull down statues and monuments and all this because they said so. It's stupid. I don't know why we even let it. Kick them right where the sand goes. Like, just tell them shut the hell up and go sit down somewhere. This is what happens when you don't discipline your kids. They grow up to be these assholes, and then we all got to deal with them. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I thought that the racist horses was going to be the top of the pillar of stupidity when it comes to calling out for racism. But now the damn birds, now we got the racist birds. Shut the hell up, you scared, stupid individual. Go sit down somewhere. Like, this is what happens. You let the TV raise everybody. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Sit down and watch some South Park for a second. Like, just dial in. You soft and stupid, scared people out there. Like, what the hell? I don't know. I came across that. I was like, yeah, we're showing that. All right, hooligans. Well, I'm going to read through the chat as fast as I can, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to be dropping this Linktree link. All of my links are listed on the Linktree. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch to help support the live and keep us rolling, because we're live every day except for Sunday, I would really appreciate it. Please go join Gilded. Gilded is free and currently the best way to receive notifications for every time we go live, no matter where we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. It's a great free resource, so definitely go join Gilded. You can access it from your computer, or you can download the app on your phone so you can get the notifications directly on your phone. That's how I prefer it. And if you're really feeling saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. We have the best live streaming area out of all the platforms. Our live video player is the clearest. Our chat is the best and the most versatile. You have full customization and all kinds of other really neat things over in the chat. You can post memes and GIFs and tag each other. We have predictive text and all of that stuff. Just the live streaming area alone is worthwhile. But we have our own private social media and our advanced messaging system to communicate with each other in any style or format that you prefer. It is like every social media that you've ever seen or witnessed, all put together in one place. It is the home of the hooligans, and there is nobody monitoring us over there because I own the database, and everything on the website is encrypted, so you can't break in. It is awesome sauce over there. So click that link at the top of the link tree, fill out the forms, get your free week for jeffmaclive.com. There's no strings attached. We're not going to charge your credit card or anything like that. It's just a free week to go see the cool stuff we got going on over there. And if you dig it, go ahead and join the membership program so you can stay over there and watch the live in the only place where censorship can't come kick us down. So definitely go check that all out. It is that time once again, hooligans, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Let me get through this chats really quick because I know we just watched a lot of videos and I didn't get a chance to read through. So I'm going to read through really quick. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance and we're going to wrap this up. Remember, 6 o'clock p.m. tonight, Eastern Time. We're going to be playing the game once again over on Jeff Mac Gaming. You can watch on Kick, and you can also watch on jeffmaclive.com in our live streaming area. But that's the plan. Just a couple hours of having some fun playing the game and forgetting about the racist birds around us and all that stuff. So if you'd like to hang out, we'll be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Otherwise, we'll be doing coffee with hooligans again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And tomorrow's Freedom Friday. I love that. Let's see. Nefties, that man, the bird watcher, got his own TV series because of that incident? I believe it. That lady was off her rocker. You could tell by the compliance cloth she had on her face. Sure, crazy. White doves are now neutral doves. make them less white. I'm kind of surprised we don't have anybody running for president as that being their campaign slogan. Make America less white again. I'm kind of surprised that's not out there. All right, looks like we're all doing good here. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, I'm sorry that I'm rushing through all of this. I am so late. I'm so ungodly late right now. But I appreciate all of you guys being here. Like I said, we will be playing the game at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch on Kick. You can watch on jeffmaclive.com, or you can watch on Jeff Mac Gaming. You can find that channel at the bottom of the link tree. And that's the plan. Otherwise, if you don't want to hang out for video games, because not everybody likes video games, and that's totally fine, I will see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all the support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.